this isn't the show, and that's why I'm relaxed. I'll be enjoying myself less later on when I come to the show. So I'm just got here to introduce our first act and to say thank you very much for coming. I've been wandering amongst you. You seem nice, so thanks for coming to the show. It's been a long time since I was last in Penzance. I was here in 2005. And I remember it being really big, this venue. Like, in my mind, it was like a grand old Victorian theatre. Not that this isn't grand, it's obviously lovely, but like, I just thought it was massive. And I thought, well, that's because I was younger, but I was the same size I am now. Like, I was a grown-up when I was young. I'm older than I look. I'm 37. I feel the need to say that, just, you know, just good to point it out, because I still get ID'd. I got ID'd at my own gig last night. I haven't been ID'd yet. Yeah, so we go. Great, so thanks for coming, I really appreciate it. We're going to have a break after Gray's been on, and then I'm going to come and do my show. But I'll chat to you, it's will be fun, it'll be good. You've got drinks, you comfortable? Yeah? Don't be too comfortable, you're here to better yourselves, okay? Right, so our first act is got the best name of anyone I've ever met. Ray Lightfoot. Yes, what a name. And he's right here, I'm going to say, so he's asked me to introduce him as the Pirate Poet Laureate of Penzance. So I'm going to do exactly that. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage the Pirate Poet Laureate of Penzance, Ray Lightfoot!
Sorry about this. That wasn't supposed to happen. Yes, I'm the Pirate Poet Laureate Penzance. Now, when I say Pirate Poet Laureate, I don't want you to think, I mean, if you think of pirate DVDs and things like that, things of low quality and dubious origin, by the time I finish, you might, I might have an opinion on that yourself. No, Pirate Poet Laureate, not the sort of thing you'd pick up at Resurgent car boot sale. You sort of imagine Carol Ann Duffy and Andrew Motion sat on a table there, and people coming past and saying, "Is that a real Poet Laureate or a pirate?" Anyway, so before I start, I know it's a bit mercenary, but I have a book out, $8.99. It is available from me. It's also available at the independent, at the Edge of the World bookshop in Penzance on Market Jew Street. And it's outselling Simon Armitage, who's a real Poet Laureate. It's outselling him in Penzance. The rest of the world is whipping my arse. Anyway, so yes, so I call myself the Pirate Poet Laureate because I've written 3 poems celebrating the town's Penzance, its penchant for dressing up as pirates. I'm going to perform 2 poems here tonight. The first one I'm going to sing. You've paid now, you've paid. I'm going to sing to the tune of the modern Major General, the Gilbert and Sullivan song. And it's quite interesting because when Gilbert and Sullivan, not Gilbert or Sullivan, when they were writing the tune, they actually thought about calling it the Pirates of Red Ruth, which, when you think about it, it's 10 miles from the sea is Red Ruth. So, yeah, so they're a victory for geography and alliteration. And this is a poem about a reluctant pirate taking part in Penzance Pirate Day. It's called On Becoming a Pirate of Penzance. I am the very model of a fellow who writes doggerel and hoping for a weekend full of rest and beer while several is press gang by his wife and kids. In short, they're most fanatical, and now I have to dress in something seen as quite piratical. So sat before a mirror on this morning feeling mutinous, a red bandana on my head, a false black beard ridiculous, an old pierced ear is opened up and filled with something pendulous. It's been a while, I hope it doesn't bring about my tinnitus. Debate is taking place amongst my kids, it sounds quite ominous, of which of my 2 legs should be removed, it was unanimous. The peg leg for the right, and I begin to feel quite nauseous at one's idea that Daddy's face be conjoined with an octopus. The bleating of my eyes and Sal's mascara has been unforeseen. And part of me is wondering if maybe it is Maybelline. I must admit I don't look bad, somewhat a rakish libertine, a bit like Johnny Depp in that film, Pirates of the Caribbean. The tricorn hat upon my head, the sea change watches over me, no more the gentleman am I, I'll say goodbye to Bonamy. I must be blessed with pirate blood, stirred up to face the enemy. The history books will soon be filled with stories of my infamy. My name will be the one that folks will forward as the one to fear, the novel one to go to when you need a murderous buccaneer. My dander's up and I am restless for a ship to commandeer, to go off raiding all along the coast of darkest Devonshire. I've got the children off to bed and tell our sow I'm all done in, but she has turned quite saucy after knocking back the Tarquin's gin. She says I look like Ross Poldark, fearless, brave and masculine, when normally she's searching through the drawers to find some aspirin. She's sprawled upon the bed and purring like a jaguar. I feel just like a man again, a proper hunter-gatherer. The babbling brook that was our love is raging like Niagara. So I'll unsubscribe from emails that offer cheap Viagra. So hoist the Jolly Roger and salute my grand epiphany. What happens next is private and not fit for polite company. A romantic break is booked with Thomas Cook, minus progeny. The pirate gear is in the case for our few days in Tuscany. Let's raise a glass to piracy, synonymy and old romance, to Mr. G and Mr. S for giving me a fighting chance, to once more be the one who finds it comfortable to wear men's pants. I bless the day I chose to be a dashing pirate of Penzance. The second poem, the pirate poem, I'm quite proud of actually, because it contains a word I created. I needed a rhyme for the word glow because the poem contains all 23 pubs of Penzance that were opened at the time I wrote the poem in 2014. So I was looking for a rhyme for the word glow. So things came up like robe, strobe, dull, glow. Arachnophobe came up, and alluraphobe. And I thought, well, that's fear of spiders, fear of cats. I thought, I wonder what the fear of pirates is. I looked, Googled it, wasn't one. So, you look an intelligent lad. Thalassophobia, do you know what that is? Anybody? Do you know that? Thalassophobia is fear of the sea. Harpaxophobia, probably harder to get. Anybody know that? No? Harpaxophobia is fear of being robbed. So what I did was stick them both together, being robbed at sea. So I thought, well, that's thalassoharpaxophobia. Back in 2015, I published this poem, and I did a little introduction which I mentioned it. Back in 2015, it was the only recorded usage of this word on the internet. Now, if you check it out now, there's actually pages and pages. So, I invented that word.
Hey!
So when you hear it in this poem, I want you to cheer.
Yeah.
Back in 2014, we tried to break the world record for the number of pirates in one place. Over 14,000. Over 14,000 people stood on the prom at Penzance, and we failed by 77. 77 people. Now, this poem attempts to address why that happened. It's called Penzance Twinned with Tortuga. Tortuga is a pirate hidey hole in the Caribbean, in Haiti. This is the poem. 14,000 plus on Penzance prom, almost all the town's population Pirates as far as Patched Eye could see, a picture of subordination, an attempt to beat a world record with Guinness there as the decider, the most pirates ever assembled since Rome was on bog off at Asda. When it was announced we'd fallen short, disappointment was hardly the word. 77 souls lost at sea, and a rumour was then overheard. Our town was still full to the gunnels, with pirates both hearty and bladdered, some for whom this was just one more day, and others who couldn't be bothered. Like blind Captain Cat, let me take you on an imagined pub crawl through town with righteous zeal of Captain Bligh. Damn it, let's hunt these mutineers down. Let's seek them out from the first and last. There'll be pirates all over the globe. Tell one and all that we aren't afeard. I'm no Alas of Harpaxaphone.